How do we beat back the Washington cartel? How do we restore power to the people? The answer is simple. Americans across this country rise up. They engage on the issues. We bring back the voice of the people. The book of Ecclesiastes tells us there's nothing new under the sun. I think where we are today is very, very much like the late 1970s. I think the parallels between Jimmy Carter and Barack Obama are uncanny. Same failed domestic policy, same misery, stagnation, and malaise. Same feckless and naive foreign policy. In fact, the very same countries, Russia and Iran, openly laughing at and mocking the President of the United States. You know, the one person in America thrilled with the job Barack Obama's doing is Jimmy Carter. Why does that analogy give me so much hope and optimism? Because we know what happened. The late 70s and 1980, there was a grassroots movement of millions of men and women who rose up and became the Reagan Revolution. And it didn't come from Washington. Washington despised Ronald Reagan. If you see a candidate who Washington embraces, run and hide. And in 1980, Reagan rose up to break the Washington cartel. Now, how did he do it? He changed the rules. 1978, 1979, Reagan didn't get on a plane and fly to Washington and sit down with the old bulls in Congress, sit down with Republicans and say, come on, guys, we got to stand for something. He recognized that then and now they weren't listening to the American people. Instead, he took the case to the American people. And it transformed this nation. How do you change? How do you break the Washington cartel? You change the rules. You know, there's an old joke that politics is Hollywood for ugly people. My wife says I resemble that remark. But there is nothing that focuses the minds of elected politicians like the prospect that they might be voted out of office and have to find an honest job. How do you break the Washington cartel? You make the political price of doing the wrong thing higher than the political price of doing the right thing. And that can only come from we the people. It's the only power strong enough. That's what the Reagan Revolution demonstrated. Washington despised Reagan until the revolution swept in, and suddenly a bunch of politicians said, holy cow, I ain't messing with that. And magically they supported lower taxes and lower regulations and stopping the favoritism and standing up and defeating the Soviet Union. I think 2016 will be an election like 1980. As Reagan said, we win by painting in bold colors and not pale pastels.